Hello and welcome to My Bolte UV. This is Jim and we're going from point A to point B. Climb in, let's go. This past weekend, my wife and I attended an EV show. It was the 2023 Sustainability Fair and EV show in Winter Park, Florida. And here's just a few of the things we got to see. In addition to My Bolte UV, there were several very interesting vehicles, including the one that was parked right next to mine. It was a Ford E-Transit. We had Rivians, we had Hyundai Ioniqs, we had a couple of Priuses, several Teslas, early generation Bolts. Just to name a few, there were also Mercedes and Volvos. The list goes on. Let's talk a little bit about Winter Park. It's part of the greater Orlando area, and it's one of the most beautiful towns in all of Florida. Founded in 1887, it's a favorite hangout for locals here in Orlando. It's the home to Rollins College. Notable alumni include Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's been visited by presidents over the years, including Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Franklin Roosevelt, Ronald Reagan, and Barack Obama. It is famous for the peacocks, the Winter Park Sinkhole, the Langford Hotel, the Winter Park Sidewalk Art Festival, and now this EV show. Some of the notable cars that were on display besides mine were the 2023 electric school bus from Orange County, 2022 and 2023 Arcimoto, which is an autocycle, the Rivian RS1, a Tesla Model Y, the Ford E-Transit, and a 1974 Sebring, built at the Sebring, Florida airport back in 1974. The Orange County Public School System has the first electric buses in all of Florida. They have 4 or 5 of them, and they're planning on more early next year. Adding to that will be Pinellas County, Lafayette County, and Dixie County over the next year. So you can look forward to start seeing a lot more of these electric school buses pop up around the country. As far as the reception, now that the drivers are used to them, they'll never go back to diesel. A few of the interesting things about these school buses, not only do they have better acceleration, but they have better stopping distance, which makes them safer, and they require much less maintenance than a diesel bus, which will reduce the operating cost for the Orange County school system substantially. One of the interesting little vehicles that we saw there this year was the Arcimoto. It's an autocycle. Starts at about 19,900 and goes up from there. Has about a 100-mile range and a top speed of about 75 miles an hour. A fun little vehicle, or a fun utility vehicle as they call it. Well, one of my all-time favorite cars was there, the Rivian. But this was the RS1. The SUV version of the Rivian, not the RT1. In fact, this was the only Rivian that I saw there. My favorite car, and I promise you, if I didn't own a Bolt, I would most likely own a Rivian. If I won the lottery, that is. Anyway, very nice vehicle through and through. Well, next up was the 2022 Model Y. Tesla has a very nice vehicle, don't get me wrong, and this was a fine example of the Model Y. Very nice vehicle, very nice gentleman who owns it. There was a 2023 E-Transit parked right next to my Bolte UV. This particular E-Transit was owned by the Drain Doctor, so if you need plumbing work done here in the Central Florida and you want it from a green company, call the Drain Doctor. My favorite car of the day was the 1974 Sebring. Not the Chrysler Sebring either. It is actually called the City Car and is affectionately known as the Sebring. It was built by Sebring-Vanguard Corporation in Sebring, Florida from 1973 until commuter vehicles took over in 1979 and continued to build the City Car, now known as the commuter car, until as late as 1982. I spoke with the current owner of the car, Harry Armstrong, who restored the model on display. He has upgraded and restored it to include Chevy lithium-ion batteries, a restored dash panel which he recreated to look original, new front and rear bumpers. Consumer Reports hated this vehicle. They called the city car as a demonstration of how far electric car technology has to go, not how far it has come. They also said it's clearly unsuitable for any normal transportation function. The Sebring-Vanguard Commuter Vehicle Incorporated companies were the 6th largest car maker in America and the largest builder of EVs until 2012, when the number of Tesla Model S's that were produced surpassed the number of city cars. The last known vehicle produced by Commuter Vehicles Incorporated was in 1986, and thus ended the 1970s experiment in electric cars. Like I said earlier, it was a great day. There were many cars on display, hybrids and EVs, primarily EVs. There were Volvos, Mercedes, Audis, Teslas, and of course Rivians. And don't forget, my Bolt EUV. These types of events are extremely important for educating the public and making them more acceptable of the new norm, which is electric vehicles. So next year, if you're in the Orlando area, come out. It should be in late September of 2024. There's also going to be a small display up near the villages in January of 2024, and I'll have more information on that later. I do want to say thanks for stopping by this very special episode. And do remember to subscribe, share, comment, and like, and ring the notification bell if you want to know when I'm uploading something new. Remember, treat everyone with kindness, put a smile on your face, help someone today, and pay it forward when someone does the same for you. If I don't see you soon, I'll see you somewhere along the route from point A to point B. Take it easy, everybody.